Good evening. It is 10 p.m. here in Seoul. I am Adi, the AI anchor with the headline news. President Yoon emphasized the United States Indo-Pacific Command's role during his visit to its headquarters, amid growing security threats posed by North Korea. The visit to U.S. INDOPACOM marks the very first visit by a South Korean president in 29 years, and the first since it was renamed in 2018. It is the U.S. military's largest combined combat command, and oversees the U.S. Forces Korea. He encouraged soldiers at the command, and was briefed by Commander Samuel Papero on ongoing regional issues. Wrapping up the visit to Hawaii, President Yoon just arrived in Washington, D.C. to attend the NATO summit. South Korea's job market continued its slowdown in June, with the construction sector seeing a decline in employment numbers. According to data released by Statistics Korea on Tuesday, there were 28.9 million people in employment last month, up 96,000 compared to the same month last year. But it's the second month in a row that job growth has hovered below the 100,000 mark, with Finance Minister Choi Sang-mok commenting during an economic meeting on the same day that the heat wave has been a temporary factor in slowing employment, as well as a declining job market in the construction industry. In response to these latest figures, the government pledged to redouble efforts in boosting domestic demand and exports to nurture job growth. South Korea has secured an arms deal worth more than $930 million with Romania to supply weapons including K9 self-propelled howitzers. The country's state procurement agency announced Wednesday that under the agreement, South Korean defense giant Hanwha Aerospace will export ammunitions and weapons, including 54 K9 howitzers and 36 K10 armored ammunition resupply vehicles. Romania, which last year decided to purchase South Korea's Shinpong surface-to-air missiles, has now become the 9th country in the world to acquire K9 howitzers. The latest deal follows the Romanian leader's visit to Seoul in April, and senior South Korean defense officials' visit to Romania in recent months to support the export deal. Unionized workers at Samsung Electronics announced that they would extend the strike indefinitely starting Wednesday, after the firm failed to enter negotiations with the union. Around 6,450 members of the National Samsung Electronics Union staged an unprecedented 3-day walkout on Monday over pay and working conditions. Their demands include a 3.5% increase in wages and an extra day of vacation on the founding day of the union. While the original plan was to start a second round of walkouts next Monday, the union says it will now go on strike for an indefinite period of time until its goals are met. Samsung Electronics has said that there have been no disruptions to production lines so far, and that it will continue to ensure that this is the case. On the international front, foreign news sources reported on Tuesday that negotiations to secure a ceasefire in the Gaza war will resume in Doha today, with the intelligence chiefs of Egypt, the United States and Israel in attendance. The Egyptian security delegation led by intelligence chief Abbas Kamel will carry out its mission to bring viewpoints closer between Hamas and Israel, in order to reach a truce agreement as soon as possible. Al Qahira News quoted a senior source as saying, "Since there is an agreement over many points, it is known that the negotiations will be back in Cairo on Thursday." Israel's spy chief David Barnea and U.S. Central Intelligence Agency Director William Burns will also be present at the meeting, the source told Reuters on condition of anonymity. That brings us to the end of tonight's AI Headline News. Thank you for watching. Good night.